This is the White Mountain Knives exclusive Kizer Begleiter XL. And it's a really awesome knife. It's on loan to me from Dave, This Old Sword Blade Reviews. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Begleiter XL. Azo is the designer. And like I said, it's an exclusive to White Mountain Knives. We haven't seen a Begleiter in this configuration before. A really nice spear point blade. I'm going to say it's a spear point. It's a drop point. It's a drop point, actually. But it's a nice steep drop here, and it's got a little swedge, almost a full height grind, very thin cutting blade. Nice jimping. This is 14C, 28N, and it's got a button lock. That's the big selling point of this one, besides the fact that it is a big knife. There it is. 1, 2, 3, almost 4 inches. I mean, damn close to 4 inches in blade length. And nice flipper. I just went to try and unlock it there. Force of habit, right? Nice flipper in that it's pretty low profile, and then the front canting to it that's jimped that you grab onto marries up nicely with this downward angle. So it's a nice place to put your finger, and you're never gonna really miss that. I mean, you can make it fail. I have made it fail, but my point is, it's not gonna be because you miss where your finger's supposed to be. So the flipper works really great. The lock works really great. There's just a nominal tiny bit of stick, but it almost makes it feel more stout and rigid when it's open. Like, that stick doesn't bother me. I have this Cogent from Civivi, and it's got just a tiny bit of stick. You can even hear it, and it doesn't bother me. And I don't know if that's because I'm a noob with button lock, non-automatic button lock knives, but that lock stick doesn't bother me here, and it's just ever so slight. And maybe it's just because I'm less familiar with the mechanism. You can see there is a plunger here, and you can see how there's a pin, and then it widens out to the same width as roughly of this plunger. And when you push it in, it becomes thin, and it pops out of that groove on the tang of the blade, and so is allowed to swing freely. Also, it's the stop pin on the other side. Once it's closed, this acts as the stop pin. All that being said, I guess I am familiar with the mechanism, but it seems less sure to me than something like a frame lock, where you're holding it closed with your grip, and you can see very clearly how it is, how the lock is interrupting the path. I guess you can see that here, but it's a little more abstracted to me. In any case, that's long for my saying I don't mind a tiny little bit of lock stick. Now, I don't want to have to, horse it down to get it to close, but that's not been an issue with either one. Excuse me, my voice just broke. Either one of these knives. This one is cool. This one I almost sold, and then I decided to give it a second look, and I've been really digging it. Let me get it off screen though. Really nice natural tan canvas micarta. This is not my oil. I suspect maybe some oil was put on the pivot, because when this showed up to me from Dave, I know he had just finished reviewing it and kind of going through his initial honeymoon phase with it. And I think he may have oiled the pivot and maybe gripped it a lot like I do with his fingers down here, because that's where most of the patina in the micarta is showing so far. I love canvas micarta. I just like the grip of it a lot, and I love how each slab of micarta is different. Excuse me. And each slab shows patina differently, and each slab has a different amount of epoxy in it from another, and you just get very unique looks from everything micarta. Now, something Dave mentions in his video, and I've heard other people talk about, is knowing when to let go. If you're going to fidget with one of these knives and you want it to close, you got to know when to let go of the button. So it's open, and then as soon as you whip that blade back in, you let go of it, so it'll stop. If you don't, it'll bounce back out, and you know, you won't get that satisfying thunk back in. Very, very pleasing knife in the fidget way. In the ergonomics, it feels really good. I like these crowned liners standing just proud of that micarta. I do wonder how that would feel in cold weather. Would that negate the warmth of the micarta if you were to pick this up in cold weather? Would you be feeling too much? Would these prominent liners conduct cold too much? I don't know. Probably not if you really needed it. It wouldn't be much of an issue. I really like this blade shape. Now, I'm not frequently a big drop point lover. I'll go to other blade shapes first, just out of, I mean, I'll be honest, aesthetics. And, you know, if I want a blade that's curved like this, I would prefer a clip point. But in any case, I think this is just a really clean and just perfect blade design. And it's very thin, and it seems to cut very well. Now, I say seems to cut. I've only cut paper with it. It's not my knife. And I'm sure Dave would be fine if I just don't want to mess with it. But it's got all of the right things. It's got Kizer's 14C28N, which we know to be good. It's got a very thin, nice grind. I think it will be an excellent cutter for anyone who wants to carry this EDC and use it for all different kinds of things. You can see how the steel liners are milled out there very nicely. You got the deep carry pocket clip, which has the flat screws and standoffs. Just a cool thing. White Mountain Knives, this is what, like $80 when they have it, something like this, but it sold out lickety split. No doubt they'll be coming out with others. I was just on their website last night, and there's a notify me button under this. So no doubt they're reordering this, and I will get in on that when it comes, because I'm very, very excited about this knife. Let me show it with this. This is the Cogent, which I showed it with before, but it's the only non-automatic button lock in my collection currently. For size, here it is with a 3-inch, common 3-inch knife. This is the Hogue Ritter Mini RSK Mark I. And here it is with another common knife for comparisons. I don't know how many people, well, here we go. That is the Paramilitary 2. Also a great work knife and a very fidgety knife indeed. Similar kind of, yeah. Actually, the Kizer feels thinner. That's my 100% unscientific diagnosis. And then I'll show it with two other nice big EDCs. One of them is the Yojumbo. I love this thing. This is such a great knife, and this is a good, really good EDC knife if you are, if you like to carry 4-inch blades. This is excellent. It's not just a big, capable fighting knife, but it is a great and excellent large utility knife. I mean, look at it. It looks like a giant, you know, carpet knife basically. But so there it is, kind of similar, very similar size, almost exactly the same size in blade length, but a very slender package in this direction for that knife. And then here it is with the Asticus by Civivi, an excellent everyday carry, super thin ground. This is hollow. Great work knife, kind of the same size, and also a Chinese-made knife. So there you have it. I will definitely be getting my hands on one of these when they come out. Go check out White Mountain Knives. Also, I have a White Mountain Knives code. If you just put in Junkie, you'll get 10% off. And I have to start taking advantage of that myself. I just got a knife from White Mountain Knives, and I forgot to use my own code, and I had to kick myself. So I'm gonna go get something else. What do you know? All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.